there's an ear you can fill, I won't judge. I'm no judge. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you are new to our soul tribe, our soul family. I'm very happy and very grateful you are joining me today. Thank you for joining me. If you are new to our soul family, my name is Christine. You can also call me Chris. I really don't mind either. Welcome to your Wolf Full Moon special message from your spirit guides, I should say, messages. There's so much that I want to say to you, but I'm first just going to get the details out of the way, which is down below are all the links. It's thetarotcloset.com if you would like to book a private reading for yourself or gift one to another. Also down below is my music link, christineledoux.com. If you enjoyed today's intro song, that is my music, and you are welcome to read more about me, hear the rest of the song or more music by going to my website down below. Also down below is my merch store. There is a January 15% off coupon. The playlists are also below if you are on a twin flame journey or would like to watch No Contact and or in separation love readings. And yeah, lots of stuff going on down there in the playlist, so feel free to check them out. Also down below is a link to our new Facebook group, our Soul Tribe group, our Soul Family group. You are very welcome to come and join us. The link is below. I look forward to seeing you there and getting to know you a lot better. All the decks today will be in the description as well. Before we get into your special reading, I want to remind you that January's giveaway is underway. This month, I thought it very appropriate to give away notes from the universe on Love and Connection, a 60-card deck by Mike Dooley. If you would like to be entered into this month's giveaway, please watch, like, and share today's reading. Make sure you are a subscriber of the Tarot Closet with your notifications on. Lastly, please comment down below and include in your comment the hashtag giveaway. Okay, you guys, good luck. By the way, I will be introducing or announcing the winner for December's Chakra Oracle deck soon. I've really just been pretty overwhelmed, you guys, pretty swamped. So I'm just getting my bearings now, and I'm going to be catching up with everything. If you're waiting for anything from me, it is coming. So watch the community tab as I will be announcing the winner there. Okay, so these are beautiful little wishes that my mother-in-law brought to our house many, many years ago on New Year's. It's a tradition here. I wanted to wish you the same. We have Glück, which is luck. Schutz, which is protection. Liebe, love. And Ruhe, which is peace. So here we are at the first full moon of 2023. Happy Wolf Full Moon, everyone. Happy 2023. If I hadn't had a chance to wish you a Happy New Year yet, we are moving forward with the light, guys, right on us, leaving that darkness behind. Oh, wow. And today I was really drawn for the first time to bring in my gold feather, which of course we know is all about angels being near. And in particular, a gold feather is about letting the light into your world and connecting with the crown chakra. Also connecting us with the sun, the source, your God, your goddess, the universe, whatever that is for you. This is helping you to know, to think, to understand, and to find solutions. This is really the full moon, you guys. You know that is time for a whole lot of things, and it really is about an emotional release, reflecting on the last year, reflecting on what didn't work in our life and what is working that we want to be grateful for, what we would like to manifest. This is the time to manifest your dreams. What are you really wishing for and hoping for this year? It does not need to be just on the full moon, okay? I want to be really clear about that. Some people feel like they missed it. You didn't miss it. So if you're watching this and it's not in real time, it's always time to put your intent where it is that you want to see growth in your life and manifest that. This is a wonderful time to practice our gratitude. It always is. It's just another time, isn't it? And really reflect and pause, and also time to heal. A lot of you, it's been well, all of us, hasn't it? It's been a rough few years, you guys. It's been a really rough few years. So take a pause. Think about the things that you are really grateful for in your life and the things that you would like more of. As I said, that the piece piece of wood, that's not what I want to say, was coming to the top. It really is always a time to heal, always a time to pause and reflect. Right now, it's just a really particularly strong time that secrets are being revealed. It's really a time for getting clarity with other people, but also ourselves. And I want to tell you, the Cancer and the moon here in the full moon is all about, connecting to our inner emotions. And that means people around us. And the Gemini, of course, communication and free-spiritedness. Now, as much as I love that, and it's a time to communicate with the higher realm, of course, that is just a given. And with other people, just use a little bit of caution and, just step back a little bit if you're wanting to work something out with a particular person, because although this is really a great time to work things out, we're also in Mercury retrograde here under the Capricorn sun. So it can be that conversations right now are really emotionally charged. I mean, it's just what you think, you guys. I mean, it's the sun and the moon. They're opposing each other in the sky, and it's the glow of the sun, and it's bouncing off the moon onto the earth. That is the full moon. And I've been talking about it in my readings for quite some time, and we are still experiencing the total lunar eclipse energy, which is a harbinger of change. And that's going on until right around early February. The good news is Mercury retrograde ends like one day before Capricorn season, is over. So we don't have much longer now. Hang on tight. Pause, take it easy. You don't need to make any gigantic decisions. It's just a really good time to sit back and take that bath or light that fire, walk your dog, hug your kitty, hold your child's hand, and reflect on the things that you are grateful for and the things that you want to bring more of into your life. And it can be in little baby steps, okay? I'm always shuffled and ready to go. This is yours, but I like to get a little bit of shuffling in real time. I'm beginning today's reading with Manifest Moonology cards. How appropriate is that? Okay, so these are, and this is wanting to be the overall energy. I'm surrounded by quite a bit of decks, so we'll see what wants to come in. I really never know myself. New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. I love this. I love this for you guys because, this is a time to move forward with the light on you and leaving the darkness behind. Is it always going to stay behind? Well, it's the cycles of life. It's constantly changing. Things are constantly moving. So of course, it's not the end of it for our times. But right now, this is what we're talking about. We're here in the now. We're not looking at the past, the moment. We're not even looking here. We're looking right here. Focus on the positive. The gratitude, that's the gratitude coming in that we want to, that is the mindset really that we want to start the new year with. Let your fears dissolve. Well, look at that. What do you know? Here we are, guys. It's the full moon in Cancer. Kind of feel like, that just happened. It did, because I don't know, it just did. That's to where it wanted to be. We are, guys, full moon in Cancer. The wolf moon, by the way, is a lot of different names. Ice moon and what is it? Cold moon. I think it's, what is it? Exploding frost. Is that what it was? There are so many names. Really, it just depends on the culture. My favorite is the spirit moon, and it really feels like the spirit moon. And you know, the wolf, the reason they call it the wolf moon is in January, that's generally when they're howling, or that's the saying anyway, that is when they howl more. They sing to the full moon is what they say. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, do I think that there are going to be some emotional conversations, some emotional releases for a lot of you? I do. But again, just be careful. Look at this. First quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. This is manifesting. And for a lot of you, this is love. Look, there are the feathers. Again, are these feathers or are these butterflies? These might actually be butterflies. I honestly feel like I need a magnifying glass for that. Comment down below, because my first thought was, oh look, it's feathers, which of course we already know. Feathers are nearby, so are your angels. And it's very clear here today for me. It's palpable for me, by the way, guys. Channeling on a full moon for me, by the way, I'm a Cancer. So yeah, channeling on any full moon, but this particular moon, whew, I wanted to go live, guys, but I haven't gone live before, and I was afraid I couldn't get it together. So hopefully this will do. Those also might be butterflies, and that is coming through. So butterflies, yeah, coming out of the dark. That is exactly what is going on right now. It's getting the light on you. We just had, as you know, the winter solstice, the beginning, just before the beginning of Capricorn season, the winter equinox, which of course was the shortest day of the year, the longest night. And what's happening after that? The sun is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Look at this. I'm just really loving this. This is a gift from my daughter. And that's what we see here. Speak your world into being, manifesting. Now it really is the time. It's always the time, though. I want to be clear with you, because this is something that can happen to some of us, me included, to some people in the world. Is there's a lot of pressure on the holidays. And by the way, I'm keeping up my holiday decor for a while because I'm still working on your New Year zodiac signs. And yeah, we're still kind of celebrating it. So it's going to be up for just a little bit longer. Of course, that is mistletoe. So I am sending you a non-romantic kiss. Anyway, as I was saying, sometimes the holidays can, look, you guys, the holidays aren't always, yeah, they're not easy for everybody. And this is like and then we have the new year coming, and then there's, oh my gosh, all the energy from the total lunar eclipse that we're still feeling. And then 2023 is coming up, and then the full moon is coming up. And in particular, when you're in the spiritual world, and even when you're not, but it's extra. It's a little bit of extra. You start to feel a lot of pressure, and it feels like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. No. Who? Because I know for a lot of you too, you're taking a deep breath, and I can hear it. I can hear it that we're over that, guys. And it's true. Here we are. We made it. We're here in 2023. Your changes do not all need to happen right now, okay? Take a deep breath, reflect and pause. Allow yourself some time to heal. Spend some time with those that you love. This is a really particular message being sent to you to focus on the positive. And interesting too, it's Sagittarius, and yeah, Sagittarians, hello. My Sagittarius is rising, by the way. That's my rising, excuse me. Are truth seekers. And yeah, this is that time right now, and it's not just about other people maybe coming to you, revealing secrets, or coming with being honest, coming with truths about feelings or things that happened. It's you. It's being honest with yourself. And that's not always easy to do, is it? And that's the first step to change. That's what I want to say. I talk a lot about putting your shoes on, metaphorically speaking, and which is something I say with myself about running. Oh, I don't want to go for a run. I'm just going to put my shoes on and see. Yeah, and then I go out there and you can walk if you want, Chris, I tell myself. And then I end up running and walking, whatever. It's not the point. It's metaphorically, it's about putting the shoes on, isn't it? And I want to say even before that, it's just the thinking. It's just thinking about those things. And that can be overwhelming when you have a long list, because that's life, isn't it? We have loved ones. We have our self-care. We have our loved ones, finances, jobs, whatever, money, career, things that we want to do for hobbies, volunteer work, for some of you, giving back. It's a lot to think about. So chances are you're landing here today at the reading and here in your life into 2023. Some of you with ongoing lists, in particular if you have Virgo in your chart. But yeah, mental lists, but also physical lists, digital lists. Oh my gosh, everywhere lists, right? I don't know about you, but I have a lot of lists and it can get really overwhelming. And that's a lot of what can keep us up night, guys, and give us anxiety. Look at that. I love this. First quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. We're going to talk about this in a minute. While we're talking about it, aren't we? That is the anxiety that comes into play when we're laying there at night. That's part of what can cause some of the anxiety, is sitting there and thinking about our lists, whether they're really big, life-changing lists, or even the little ones. Believe it or not, a lot of people can't sleep thinking about those little things. I don't know about you, but I've gotten up out of bed more than once to do different things. It's like, what the? So that's the first thing I want to say is let's start fresh for you. Start fresh for you in a way that pushes some of that aside for now. You can start with one list a day, okay? And that's the intent, that's the intention, and that's the manifesting. And guess what? If your intent that day your intent is to tackle a cleaning project that you've been putting off, and you put that as your intent, you accomplish that, you've done it. And that's what I want to say. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff on everybody's lists that are big, it's kind of like, I think of it like, yeah, it's like compartmentalizing, really, if you think about it. There's little, there's kind of bigger than that, and then it can kind of keep going. So you want to just start the day with your list. What are your priorities? What is the most pressing matter for that day? Really at the top of your list that you have to get done. And then there are all the things that we're wanting and we need to get done that are affecting our lives, whether it's finances, particular relationships. That is why I want to challenge you to, start some new lists, you guys, because chances are you have quite a few. You have the digital, you have the written, you have it in your head. The most pressing matters, the biggest priorities, your self-care, those you love, something possibly financially. It's going to be different for everybody, but to reduce that anxiety, just to allow yourself to pause and reflect on all the things you're grateful for. And that really, I would say to you, would be something that I talk about in my coaching as well, is the things that you're grateful for being the top of your list. What are you grateful for today? Today, I am grateful that my daughter and my husband are healthy and safe, and that our new rescue kitty is getting along with our other rescue kitty and our dog. So that's what I want to say. That is my challenge for you, is beginning that list with something you're grateful for every day. That is a great way to practice gratitude. And just remember, and it's something that I talk about a lot, and really today is no different, that thoughts become beliefs and beliefs become actions. And it can go both ways, whether it's positive or negative. So be careful what you're saying to yourself. You're doing the best you can. We all are. And it's been a rough couple years for everybody. I don't know everybody's exact situation, but I can feel it. It's palpable and there's a lot going on. So take it easy on yourself is what I want to say to you. Focus on the positive is the very first message here coming down. And yeah, this wanted to be, for obvious reasons, in your overall energy, full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. So what is it about? Oh, here we go. Speak your world into being. What are you wanting to do, guys? As above, so below. What have you been wanting to bring into reality? Is it a particular, quite literally for some of you, conversation? Is this something to do in your life, with your career, with your work, a particular goal that you have? It's always the time, but this is a particular this is a full moon special, and it really is a time, the full moon, and the moon in general, it promotes courage. Right now, the astrological alignment of the planets this month is really inspiring and motivating, guys. Your plan for the year could be really big and it can be small. Just remind yourself that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible if you try. Just the steps that you need to take are going to be really specific to everybody here. Speak your world into being. And that's the thing. It really is this entire month, but it's always, it's not like we get to the end of the month and say, okay, it didn't happen. I'm not going to do anything now. Of course not. But this is a great time for you to set your intentions. And if that's all you're doing and it's a daily intention, and then you can start setting your intentions further, and that makes it easier for you with less anxiety, then that's the way to go for you. New moon in Aries, to go for it, guys. Honor your feelings. Well, excuse me. What is going on in your life, beautiful souls, that you have not been trusting? Because this full moon, this wolf moon, guys, right now, Cancer, is completely about your emotions and your feelings and honoring them and going in deep here. And this is really clearly about something here that you've been wanting. Focusing on the positive of what you already have. A lot of times what we have to begin things too is enough. To begin, we think we need this, this, and this. So this is a real clear message for you. Something that you've been thinking about, that you've been wanting to manifest. It's quite literally here. And it is an as above, so below feeling here in the Speak Your World into Being card. Let your fears dissolve and go for it. What is it? It can be something really deep for some of you about having a conversation, relationships, but again, be careful right now, because as we're in this Mercury retrograde Uranus as well, it's a little bit chaotic and a lot emotional and a little bit chaotic, yet, oh my gosh, the Gemini is making us also want to communicate. So that's a great thing. In particular, with your God, your goddess, the universe, the divine, really about what you want to manifest, what you want to let go, what you want to bring into your life brand new, or you want to bring more of. Honor your feelings. That's the other thing about letting go here. Let your fears dissolve. There's something that has been, I feel like you've been held back from something here. I want to bring in some really particular cards, Wisdom of the Oracle, to see what that is for some of you. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be Yahoo. Okay. All right, you guys. I want to show you this, okay? You know, if you've watched me here at the Tarot Closet, do I read reversals? Not really. Yeah, the thing is messages for me have always come regardless of where the cards are. Lately, I've been wanting to read them, and part of the reason is because, well, my cards are always coming alive for me and kind of spinning and going sideways, but it has been a really particularly intense time, and that is how I'm able to get that across to you. So that is what is going on here. As you can see, it's message in a bottle. And you can see there's a phone in there. There's a heart in there. There's stars in there. There is a starfish. Infinite possibilities, and up or down, it's still there. I want to tell you that. Also making something work that wasn't work. A lot of times when this comes through for me, it's about news coming. So yeah, it can be love. Look, that's very clear. Can also be really anything that you love. It can also be about your job, I want to say to you. It's very emotional. It's right here in the divine. And this, for a lot of you, is going to be about love in some way. This is connecting me to Venus, which of course is the planet of love. It's how you love and who you love and what you're attracted to, how you express yourself in this way. And it's not an upright, and it's not a hard reversal either. It's a wobbler. And it's not surprising to me that it's a wobbler because this is floating. So what does this mean? That it's a work in progress. There's something going on in your life here that you need to quite literally clean up. It's divine. It's divine timing. This is really goosebumpy. This is a really direct message. Honor your feelings. Go for it. Dissolve your fears. What are you needing to work out? Is it with a particular person? Because we did just come out of the holidays, and it's a really highly charged emotional time for a lot of people. You got to see people that you may not particularly want to be around, or people that don't get you, don't see you. Is this to do with love? For a lot of you, this is to do with love. I know that there's a lot of love on my channel, and that is what I am strongly connecting to for a lot of you. But it's not just in the romantic sense of is what I want to say to you. And this is coming here as a wobbler, and so is clean it up, because some of you are in the process already. For those of you that aren't, it's a really direct message. What is needing to be seen, guys? Because that broom, once you do this, look what's coming up. It's dust. So it's stuff that you haven't been tending to, I want to say. You've been letting the dust balls go. But look what happens when you do that. And that's exactly what we're talking about. The things that we don't want to deal with. And just reflecting and not being overwhelmed by it. That's what I want to say to you. But there is something here very clearly, because look what happens when the dust comes up. Stars are also coming up. And that is giving us hope. It's sense of renewal. It's getting some clarity. Of course, things are clearer when you take the brush and you clean. You can see the floor again, right? And that brings in the star card for us, by the way. Aquarius energy, just something that came through. And that is number 17, I want to say, and that's coming to an 8. And 8 is a number of action. New moon in Aries, go for it. Honor your feelings. Let your fears dissolve. What do you not want to see under there? For some of you, this is connecting. This is a message that you've been maybe afraid to send or afraid to get. For a lot of you, this is disconnecting with a person that you feel like you've been wanting to move on from, but you're having a lot of trouble. And that is coming through in the romantic sense, okay? And for those of you on the twin flame journey, that is detachment and surrender. If it's a twin flame journey that you are on, some people aren't really sure. And sometimes I read things and it's like, okay, that's not really the same thing. But for those of you that know, okay, this is not a twin flame reading, but I want to acknowledge that. And that is a literal message for you, saying it's time to detach and surrender. I know you don't want to look at it, but come over here and tend to these dust bunnies. Interesting, because bunnies are about new beginnings. Hello. Excuse me, the camera does that at the most inopportune times. And that, again, is, yeah, that's the star energy coming through. That's the renewal. That's the hope. That's getting the clarity, because once you tend to those dust bunnies, which, of course, I don't know if it picked that up, but that is bringing in new beginnings. And bunnies, hares, rabbits, they're attached to matters of the heart. So for some of you, it's quite literally romantic love. For others, it's about throwing or cleaning, literally cleaning up your space and getting rid of some things. And how surprising is that, right? This is the new year. I mean, that's 100% not surprising. And it's 100% the message here of this reading. Whether these are thoughts, patterns, behaviors that a lot of us picked up some behaviors, you guys. I know who I'm talking. You know who you are. How about that? During the pandemic, and it's okay. It happened. And it's still okay if you're trying and you haven't successfully moved on from some things, okay? That is just life, and we're all doing the best we can. It's a real particular message. What has been on your mind that you've been afraid to change? A letter you want to send, a letter you've been waiting for, a letter you need to send, letting go of a particular person in your life that is no longer serving you. And that's the thing. There's a lot coming in here, guys. I'm feeling a little flooded, quite literally. That total lunar eclipse energy, again, it is still ongoing. We're here in the full wolf moon. Oh my gosh, this emotional moon, Cancer. So Gemini and communication, it's like, whoa. It really is a culmination of emotional cycles and that no longer serve us, detaching from things, people, thoughts. Thoughts become actions, become beliefs, become actions or inactions, anything negative. It's time to look at that you've been telling yourself. Let that go. Let that stuff go. Go for it. Let your fears dissolve. Is it patterns and behaviors? We picked up some of that. We all did, guys. Is it something you're doing that's not good for your body? And you need to look at that. And you've been thinking about it. What is that for you? It really is going to be different for everybody. And a lot of us that picked up some things that a lot of people did during the pandemic, we just kept them, sort of like a souvenir. Well, we don't need them. What is that for you? Think about it. This is a bottle. That's going to mean something particular for some of you, okay? It's not going to be for everyone. And that just brought in a lot of emotion for me, for someone. So I'm feeling that. You're not alone, guys. What is it that you need to look at, guys? Okay? You need to get that broom. And it's like I said, for some of you, it is, if you're on a twin flame journey, it's detaching and surrendering, going for something in your life. There's some goals here that you have maybe weren't succeeding. This is a real direct message from Spirit. Focus on the positive that, there's going to be some things that don't work out, but you got to keep going, okay? That really is just dare to try, guys. Nothing is impossible, okay? This full moon is also a reminder of your strength. I mean, it's the cycle of life. It's full of ups and downs. It's not easy to not be daunted by all the challenges, isn't it? It's tough, and things will continue to come and go in our lives. But remember that you're tougher and stronger for it, and you've got this. Speak your world into being. What is that maybe you started that didn't work, that you're still wanting to do? It's time. Go for it. Honor those feelings. Honor the feelings of particular people that you need to let go of. Again, twin flame journey, that's something else. For some of you, this is not about a twin flame journey. This is just about letting somebody go that it's time, okay? For some of you, this is family matters. There's a lot of things here. A new job. Something has been, and it's been happening to all of us, guys. It's been a rough few years, I tell you. We know, all of us. And that did allow some dust to settle. And it happened to everybody. You're not alone. You're not alone, okay? And it's overwhelming when you think about everything that's happened and everything that a lot of you, me included, a lot of us are looking at, and we know we want to change. I know. I'm here with you, okay? But what is that priority? What is something that has been on your mind? What is something that and as you watch this reading today is for you? What is that needs to be pried out of your hands, taken out of your beautiful mind? That's maybe some toxic or negative thoughts. Thoughts become beliefs, and we start believing these things we say to ourselves that aren't nice. Stop saying not nice things to yourself. Let's get that out of there, okay? Start with a positive affirmation. Is it goofy? Yeah. Stand in the mirror and look in the mirror every morning. Or don't look. Close your eyes. Whatever you want. Say something nice to yourself, okay? That's my challenge for you with your list. So what is that? Is it a thought? Is it a pattern of things and you feel like you just can't break it? What is it? What is it that you feel like, I just keep repeating that? Grab it. grab it and rewire it, okay? Because you can. Is it a behavior that's not, maybe never served you, and particularly not now? You know, an overindulgence of something, a way of checking out. Sometimes that can be food or TV or substances, whatever it is, okay? And that can be journeys that I won't go into here because there's a lot involved. Talking to someone, if you're not already, releasing people, if you know that it's something you've been wanting to do, because this is really, it's always a time to manifest, okay? But as I'm channeling for you, this moon energy, and it's not just now, and it's not even just January as we experience the effects of the full moon, and early February of the total lunar eclipse. It's always, guys. And manifesting, this is a time, it's promoting manifestation, wishes coming true. Manifest your intention for the year. And it can be today when you're watching this, it could be tomorrow, okay? This is not just about real time and right as everybody's watching this during the full moon. These are just the messages that are coming through for you. What do you want to let go? What do you want to bring more of? What do you want to bring in that's entirely new? But something has to be let go, and that's a priority for a lot of you. And again, I want to say something, and I talk about this in my readings a lot, and yeah, I'm going to talk about it again. Are you ready? There are 3 kinds of people in our life. It's the first third. And those are the people, those are the ones saying, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. That's wonderful. You can do this. Thank you for sharing this. You're so strong. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. I'm here for you. And then there's that middle, right? And a lot of times we have people like that are maybe friendships petering out, or people we work with, or in our family of origin, whatever, that are like, yeah, well, that's nice. But you know, they don't really care, you know? Those are not the people you go to when you have flipped this over or you've cleaned something up, all right? And that's a lesson that took me a long time in my life to learn. And sometimes it comes back to haunt me, and I say, why did I tell them? I knew because I get let down, you know, they don't really care. Now I'm, you know, it's a learning process for everyone, guys. It's life, right? So there's that middle. And if those are people that you can release, or you can spend less time with, highly recommend that. Unless they're just not a problem for you. For me, I don't like that. I don't like that, you know, feeling of somebody who's just like, yeah, that's nice, whatever. They don't really want to know. And so I like going deep, but that's just me. I like deep connections. So maybe that's true for some of you. Maybe some of you are okay with this middle third. And it's like, oh, whatever. I don't care. I don't need to tell them. I like to tell people stuff. And if I feel like I can't go deep with someone, I generally, will pull away eventually. And here's the last third. It's kind of like bottom third is apropos, really. Those are the people that actively want to take you down. Those are the people who will say things to you to make you feel bad, or you just know, you know, when you get around them and it's negative and toxic, and it can include, you know, not getting along, but it's also sometimes just a feeling. You just know that, you know, and those are the people that you want to move on from. Did they ever serve you? Maybe at some point. For some of you, I know that there are people in your life that it's time for you. It's cleaning that up. And that bottom third, sometimes there are people in our life in that bottom that we can't get out, or we have to really work to not be around. And that's okay too. That can happen sometimes. For some of you, you might be in situations with in-laws, with families that you're connected to, or people that you work with that you can't really get away from. And that's where you want to find ways to, maybe spend less time, avoid going to things if it's possible for you, that sort of thing. Putting that protective light around you, knowing who you are and knowing who you can share with. That's important, guys. Knowing who you can share with, because that top third, you can share with them. They can share with you. That middle, you know, not really, because it just kind of lets you down. At that bottom, no. Just like I tell my daughter, you know, you want that top third in your life. That's what you want to shoot for. And we're all going to have the middle and the bottom, okay? Top, that's the bottom. It's just going to happen. Sometimes we can move on from them. Sometimes it's a real struggle. You want to bring more of that into your life, because those are the people who will support your dreams. Those are the people who are there for you. And it's a two-way street, you know. And I don't mean, you know, that where we're, what is it that they call that? When somebody's emotionally kind of putting a lot on them without asking. I don't mean it in that way. I mean it a mutually beneficial, mutually beneficially positive relationships that make us better people, that we also help to make better people. That top third, guys. So some of you, that's what that broom is. It's looking and saying, all right, I'm going to deal with this person or this thought or this behavior. I'm going to take the first step. It may not happen overnight, and that's okay. And these are actually here. Well, this is here too, because a lot of you, this is a work in progress, and we all are, right? This is a wobbler, guys. It's just what you see with this bottle bopping down. It can be, also, I gotta say, as we are in some channeling for you, the full wolf moon, all about emotions and communication. Yeah, Mercury retrograde. Wow. Uranus as well. That, yeah, this is not an ideal time. So this is a message. If you've been thinking about messaging somebody now, just hold off, guys. Do what you need to do. Actually, I would never tell you what to do. It's a message from your spirit guide saying, just take a little closer look at when would be the optimal time. That's the message coming through there, is you have free will. You know, when you're going to do something, just trust yourself. And that's the whole moon here, is your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. Your gut instincts. These are your guardian angels. And guardian angels are here to help us. They want to help us, but you got to ask for it, okay? You got to ask for it. But trust yourself when you're making these moves. But this is speak your world into being here. You know, this is really what's going on right now. It's highly emotionally charged communication with your spirit guides, angels and ancestors, your God, your goddess, the universe, the divine. That's your top priority, your self-care and those around you that you love, and your priorities that you need to get to that have been buried here. You got to get that broom. It's divine timing. It's time here, guys. And hold it up. Look how proud. Look how proud. I'm proud of you too. Your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are as well. One thing, 1 in 10, guys, you could sweep this up and just get one of those dust balls, and that's something you wanted to do in your house, a call you wanted to make, a job you wanted to apply for. What is that? And for some of you, it's going to go even bigger here. Just get that broom. Put that shoe on, you know, the first step. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. What do we need to see? Please show us the card or cards as it may be a hoe. Yeah. This is that time too, guys. This is really, yeah, being honest with yourself. Secrets coming out, other people, yeah. But for you, it's a 5. It's a really strong number of change. It's also a love nudge from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. And I love that for you. 5 is connected to the 5th chakra. That's the throat chakra. Truth be told. Speak your truth to yourself. Look, it's an owl. It's a guardian of the night. Spiritual. The owl has the information. The owl can see through the darkness. We're here in this message today of moving forward. Keep moving forward with the light on you and leave the darkness behind. It doesn't mean you're not still in it. There's still stuff going on in all of our lives, but let that light shine on you and recognize it and be grateful for those people and those things in your life that are bringing you forward here. Be honest with yourself and know that this owl is here with you, seeing in the dark. Seeing in the dark as you move forward, as the sun gets stronger and stronger and stronger. As you manifest your intentions of what you want in your life, what you want to let go of and that you've just been afraid to do and that you want to bring in. It's both here. This is the card of the day. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Be honest with yourself. Some of you wearing a mask, not being true to yourself, not wanting to look at that dust bunny. Love yourself. Big time here. Big time. Look at that. I always say to my my daughter, or my animals too, it's kind of goofy if they're, if they're in front of something I'm trying to look at. I say, you make a better window than a door. Is that the right thing? You make a better door than a window? Now I don't even remember my own saying. Anyway, look, it's opening it up. It's here in the divine. That's the divine, guys. That's connecting with spirit, as we see here also with the owl. This is a really super important message. Be honest with yourself. Honor your feelings about what you need to change, what you want to do. Speak your world into being, as above, so below. Focus on the positive. There's always going to be negative. Focus on the positive, guys. Say nice things to yourself. Speak the truth to yourself. That's a nice thing. Speak the truth to yourself. Let your fears dissolve. Truth be told, can it be for some of you that there's a conversation here? Look, they moved. Somebody might have just had some truth with themselves or somebody else. My gosh, you guys. For some of you, this is about conversations, but it's just not for everybody, okay? The main message here is what you already know, which is to take it easy on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Get into this, get this broom here. Trust that spirit has a plan. And get those little dust bunnies up, one corner at a time if you need to. And see the stars come up too. And it quite literally, for a lot of you, can mean, because this is the thing, when you deal with things that you're putting off, when you're not being honest with yourself, and when you know it's there, that mess, right? We can leave it there for a long time, and I'm talking about the mess on the floor, okay? But in our lives, yeah, we can still do that, and that just can make things worse for us. We all know that, but we all do it anyway. Find that one big thing that is needing to change for you. What are you needing to release that's not serving you anymore? Take that broom and just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And let those stars come up here and illuminate the things to see what was under there. And see that floor and get that clarity for yourself about your next move. Whether that's a little one or a big one, but there's something here, because sometimes when we're not dealing with these dust bunnies, they just get out of control, affect a lot of things in our body and in our lives. So this is going to be a big release for a lot of you. Something here that you're going to be, I feel, feeling really inspired to tackle. And it's going to mean something different for everyone. It's a very particular message for you. For those of you that are here, you're on the right track. Those of you who haven't picked up the broom yet, it's a really direct message, guys. There's something under there for you. There are stars coming up, so there's going to be a big release for you. And that is a lot of what's going on here as well. Emotional release. An emotional release can be tied to a lot of things. People, money, things that we're not doing, behaviors that have been harming our bodies, our mind, our soul, whatever that is. Be brave. This is the time to be brave. Even if it's just one little corner at a time, and let those stars come up so that you can see again, okay? At what you need to see here. I'm going to get another deck. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be. Aho. All right, look what's here. Yeah. There's a lot of things going on. For some of you, this can quite literally be you, your divine masculine energy, and yeah, some better health, money, more value, success coming into your life, getting control for some of you too of your finances, and that's directly connecting here. Now, of course, we're seeing a man holding a coin, which can be a pentacle, which can also be a commitment. This is connecting us to Neptune energy. Perhaps somebody is coming back for some of you. This is really the year, I want to say, there's a lot of love going on, a lot of releasing too, so that's not going to be for everyone. But what's coming through for somebody really in particular, and it's just not going to be for everyone, this message is that you are a male figure and there is more success, I want to say, or abundance, something coming your way. But you got to clean something up here. So you're going to know what that message is. Also, this can be telling us that, yeah, there's some person, whether it's financially or in the way of love, a healer, somebody coming into your life to help you. I really love this. It's not going to necessarily be that it's a male figure, but it's a really particular message that does come with this card. So be open to a particular person that might have entered your life or might be coming into your life. Yeah, with some offers of support here. For some of you, it's really strong that it's financial, but this could also be signifying new love, you guys. And yeah, for some of you, that's connected to work. Interesting. I haven't really seen that card in such a long time. Okay, this is pushing itself off. Cornucopia does not surprise me at all. All right, guys, just going to make this brief, but you see that it's 11. So for those of you on a twin flame journey, this can be about coming back together, okay? For some of you, it's not going to be for everybody because this is cornucopia and it's about abundance coming into your life and it's about new beginnings, and that is for everybody, guys. And look at the light. That's the sun coming up. That's the sun getting stronger. So this is a great, I love this omen, I want to say, because I do feel this here. There's something here that you guys have been afraid to change. And when you do, things are going to open up for you, whether that's financial, love, personal goals, whether it's fitness goals or leaving particular patterns or behaviors behind. This is new beginnings, guys. This is a master number. This is new beginnings. Look at this glowing butterfly. And there's that light we're talking about, moving forward with the light on you and the darkness behind. And it's coming up right here. And look how abundant it is. And look at the butterfly. That's the transformational butterfly. Now, a lot of times people get worried about that because it's a loaded thing to say, oh, look, it's transformational. It makes it feel sometimes overwhelming. You know, just remember, it is a process. The butterfly is a caterpillar and it's going there and it's spinning and it can be really dark and they don't know what's going on. They come out and they're a butterfly. This is about the transformations in your life and the things that you're undertaking or you're needing to undertake to change something. And it really is just different for everyone because everything is coming through here. Money, love, personal health, and it's all coming down to this cleanup card. And here, I mean, look how this is glowing. This is the reading. And this wanted to take the place here of focus on the positive. Nothing wrong. That's a beautiful card. But this wanted to take the center stage. And this is really feeling important to me. This divine timing now, thinking about it again, even if it's just a little bit of a broom, guys, a dust ball, revealing a cornucopia for some of you, or the beginning of one. I'm telling you here, you're doing this. I'm proud of you. Keep going. You're on the right track. You're thinking about it. Get in there. It's time. It could be real little. Doesn't have to be big, guys, okay? Maybe you need to reflect on it, what it is. And some of you know what it is, what I'm saying. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be a hoe. It's the happy family card. Yeah. So for some of you, this is what you're wanting. This is where you're heading. This is what you're wanting to manifest. This is, and I got to tell you, happy family, they show, the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. They're showing the children. That's new beginnings here. So what is family for you? Your soul family, your soul tribe, maybe the animals that you live with, roommates, family of origin, your little family with children too. It really is going to be different for everyone. For a lot of you, this is something you've been wanting, and it really is about manifesting it. But I got to tell you, 4 is a number of support and stability. It's the 4 areas of support and stability: emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. And it's just clear here that some of you are already in this rebalancing and have been putting your intent in manifesting. And some of you just need that message of rebalancing things. And that's not surprising, guys. We all go out of whack. You know, we're like a car. Got to be oiled and get our tires changed, right? Clean up the upholstery, look under the hood. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So yeah, there's some rebalancing here, some cleaning up. Some of you are already here manifesting what it is you want. It's the divine. There's a lot of offerings this year for you, for the taking, but it's going to require some work. And releasing your fears. And that's simply, I feel what keeps coming through here is what could be under what you haven't been looking at with that broom. For some of you, that's some pretty heavy shadow work. It's not going to be for everybody, because I'm feeling it's palpable, guys. I feel the darkness, okay? It's here. But the light is so much stronger, and you have that in you. It's there. It's there. It's there. And if you feel like it's not, then move into it, guys. Move forward. And the light will come to you. It's really here in your reading. And it's just something here that I'm feeling in particular for really for everybody here, but it's just different what exactly it is. Honor your feelings. Let your fears dissolve. Be honest. Hello. Excuse me, guys. Okay, I'm going to get another deck, and then we're going to get ready to close your reading. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us the card or cards. Is it maybe a hose? Wow, I love this. Okay. It's interesting because it is what it is. This was something, where did this come from recently? Was this maybe, what reading was that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The power of purpose. Yeah, it's your purpose. And look, there's the star. It's almost the same star, I have to tell you. It actually is, but it's glowing here. Look, do you see this? I don't know if you can see that star. It really is the same star for me. And look at where the target is, right on target. Purpose, your life's journey. What is it that you want to do? Again, it's not the same for everybody here. For some of you, that's detaching from someone. For some of you, that's literally just moving on, removing somebody from your life. For a lot of you, it's some thoughts, just being nicer to yourself. Thoughts become beliefs. They become actions that aren't so good. And they can be good too. So we want to say nice things to ourselves. Purpose. What is your purpose? Where do you want to put that intent? As above, so below. What are you wanting to turn? What vision are you wanting to turn into reality? And what needs to be let go or cleaned up in order for you to do that? Right on target here with purpose. That intent can be one thing. It can be many. It is what it is came in for me, and it's interesting because it's connecting us to the planet of love, to Venus. So some of you have just, I feel like what I'm hearing is that some of you have been saying that it is what it is. And while that's a statement that sometimes is kind of appropriate, it's just what it is. It's also, sometimes it's a way of keeping us complacent and not changing, because it's just like, oh, it's just what it is. I got to stay at this job, or it's just how it is with this person who maybe doesn't make me feel good, or just leaving these dust bunnies here. It's what it is. I don't have time. So that's what's coming through for me, okay? Whether it's loving yourself, another person, matters of the heart, romantic or otherwise. And it's also a lot about self-love too. That's really strong always, okay? And that's really strong here. But I know there's other particular situations going on. Again, it is what it is. It's not a terrible thing. You know, sometimes we say that. It is what it is. But it's also a way of keeping us complacent and not changing. So what have you been saying that it is what it is? That you know you could actually get that broom and clean it up and say, oh, okay, wait, it wasn't that hard. Or just that first one, because you've cleaned up that first little dust bunny, you know, then you go, all right, maybe I'm going to get the rest. Maybe I'm going to go to this corner now and that one. And then pretty soon all these things start lining up, because it's like dominoes in our lives. When we're lining things up, when we're letting things go, when we're bringing things in more good, telling us positive things. Focus on the positive. Being around our top third people. All these things. This came through somebody who's always wanted a dog. I know, that's just one of those messages. I just had to send that through. And that's really the point of the message, because it can be simple to some, to see simple, but to someone else it's a big deal. It can also be really big, and that's the other thing. It's the little steps, you guys. It's the one little dust bunny at a time, okay? One little dust bunny at a time, and then things at a time, and things start to line up. It is like dominoes. I'm going to get another one. Then I'm going to pull some little cards, and then I'm going to do a fairy stone, and we're going to close your reading. I love you all so very much. Thank you for all your love. Since I've been on YouTube, I've been uploading, I guess, about a year and 4 months, or a year and a half, or year, I'm not sure. Anyway, you know, I'm human. I'm not always perfect. I'm trying. So thank you for your love and support, and I'm honored to channel and be here for you, and I look forward to a really great year for us. I do have a lot in store, and I'm right here in this reading with you, okay? So we all got a lot of work to do, don't we? Let's see what Spirit has for you. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be. Aho. Please show our beautiful souls. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love this. The Oracle's gift for you. It's a new beginning. That's the 10, and there's the star again. Look at the rose petals. Here, truth be told, be honest with yourself, guys. Maybe it's somebody else too, look. And somebody might be honest with you, and it may not be easy to take. And if it's something that triggers you, wait. Maybe reflect and pause before you respond. Matters of the heart, romantic. For some of you, yeah, look at all the stars. It's all the same stars too, also the same rose petals here. It's a new beginning for you. It's up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up. Your spirit guides, your angels, and your ancestors will guide you and help you, and they're here for you. But we know that. I often will get a boost, and then I think, oh, what happened? Well, because I wasn't doing the work anymore. I was letting the dust bunnies just go for too long. One dust bunny at a time. A new beginning is here for you if you want it. You can get it. It's yours. And what's that going to mean to you? It's going to be different for everybody. Okay? For some of you, this is quite literally family. Look, you see that? The roots in there. It's also the tree of life. It's new beginnings. For some of you, this is about a twin flame journey. Even union for some of you. But this is not a twin flame reading, guys. So I can't go there, okay? The bigger thing here is it's about a new beginning. The Oracle's gift. And it could be as simple as getting a dog that you've always wanted. Putting your shoes on and going for a walk. Sitting and saying, yeah, okay, I'm going to tackle that. I'm going to get rid of some stuff, because that's coming through for some of you. And separation, detachment can also be moving away from people. Finding a new way to honor yourself, and finding a way to honor your mind, body, and spirit. Because your body, you know, people always say your body is your temple, but it is, you know. And we all know that, but we all are just sometimes in survival mode, and I understand that, and that's making me cry. Because I understand, guys, you're not alone. Sometimes it's survival mode that we do these things that ultimately harm us. Take a look at that, what you want for yourself, okay, and what's no longer serving you. Thoughts, beliefs, patterns, behaviors, people, emotions, what? Okay? Just pick one little dust bunny at a time. This is being pushed off as I talk, so I need to look at it. And then we're going to go into me, I see. Oh, yeah. This is a perfect card to end on as I come here and bring some little ones to close your reading. It's healing energy, Gaia energy around this 8. Also karma, yeah. Have a lot of us had some karmic lessons, some karmic debts to pay? Yeah. Somebody asked me that once. Didn't I pay all my karmic debts? I don't know. Did you? You know, it's not always about that, guys. It's life. It's not easy, I understand. You're not alone. You're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you think. One move, one dust bunny at a time, okay? Into me, I see. This is a real self-care message. Action, 8. Healing energy, Gaia. Getting something done here. Yeah, go in. Get that clarity. You clean up that dust bunny, and there's some lifting that goes on, whether it's your physical space, your heart space, your mind, people around you. What is it? Because you go in and trust your intuition. Look at that. My gosh. Look at that. Light coming off of you. There are the stars. The lotus. This is the moon and the stars around it. I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's one behind there. It's the 8. And that is literally your reading coming full circle, guys. Moving forward with the light on you and the darkness behind. Because look at the darkness, but look, still managing to bask in the light here and the star energy, which came through so strong. And even in that dust bunny, the stars come up and bring more hope when you deal with these things that you don't want to deal with. Gives you more clarity, a sense of renewal. You have faith in the world again, in your life, or other people, as it may be. Trusting yourself, letting your intuition guide you. It's the full wolf moon as I channel for you. These messages are timeless. Doesn't matter when you get here. Look how it glows too. It's timeless. It's not about just the full wolf moon, guys. These are the messages that Spirit is channeling through me for you. And to me, I see, take the time that you need for yourself. For a lot of you, that's time that you need to sit back and reflect, even if it's just a moment of time, about what you're grateful for, what you want to bring in more into your journey, and what you want to get out, what you want to let go. Self-love. And knowing that there is light and it's right there with the dark. It's the sun and the moon. They oppose each other in the sky. Yet they can't live without each other. Beautiful souls. I'm going to bring down a fairy card and a little good luck card and a fairy stone and close your reading. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be. Animal healing. No matter the creature, earth, sky, or sea, animals show us how true love can be. Somebody here really needs to get that dog. I know. That's not the message for everybody, right? There's somebody out there in particular that I want to send this message to. Tona, this is for you as well. I hope you're watching. And I have goosebumps as that message is being sent. Who is this for? You know who you are, and whoever that is who wanted that dog, because that came through. Somebody's ancestors come through and saying, get the dog. Who is that? There's 2 here. No, it's 1. Practice. After a while, you'll dance on air. Practice makes perfect. You're almost there. Oh, yeah. It's the dust bunny, too. I don't like it when cards are covered up. There's a lot covered up here, guys, but, you know, you run out of space at some point. I love this for you. That's also the free-spiritedness coming through here in this moon, guys, and the Gemini as well. Not just the Cancer. That's the Gemini. Communication and free-spiritedness with yourself. Loosening up, letting something go. Practicing makes perfect. Also, practice saying nice things to yourself, okay? For those of you that aren't, for everybody, be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself. This just revealed itself, and then I'm going to look at this other deck. Support. There's always help around when you ask. It can be found. Look, it just revealed another one. Ask your angels and ask that top 3. They're there. And yourself. Support yourself. Be honest with yourself here, guys. Okay? This revealed itself. And then we're going to get this other deck here. Creative. Life is a canvas for you to use. Paint all the colors of happy moods. Yeah, it's one of those sort of like, cards, sort of when I talk about looking in the mirror and saying nice things. I know it sounds a little bit goofy, but nobody's watching. Be goofy. Why not? And this is just also came through. It wanted to come through. I have to read it. Then we're going to get a good luck card or 2. Sleep. Underneath the nighttime skies, fairies sing you lullabies. For those of you being kept up, not able to sleep, it's a direct message. Release something, guys. Because for some of you that came through early, that it's anxiety over something that you just get your broom so that you can see it, so it's not haunting you anymore, okay? Big, little, what is that? That came through really early with the anxiety. It's a special message. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be. Aho. Opportunities. A stranger is about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion looks likely. Interesting. For some of you, that might be this man holding a coin. Again, it's not necessarily about romance. It's also about money and health. And for some of you, for a lot of you, this can be somebody coming in that's furthering a journey that you're on. What is that for you? I like that a lot. What else you got in store for us? Please show us the card or cards as it may be. There's 2. Challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. Really interesting, because that was a big message here with the truth be told and the sideways message in a bottle that somebody might be sending something or trying, and it might not be easy. Right at this time, as we're in Mercury retrograde under Capricorn and Uranus retrograde and all this communication going on right now, that energy continues on this month, guys. And the emotions being so high. So take that time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. Interesting. That message came through. It's not going to be for everyone, but it came through. Future. You may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. Who's hosting me? I'm kidding. All right, what else do you want to send through? And then we're going to get a fairy stone and close your reading, beautiful souls. Please show us the card or cards as it may be. Aho. Wow, you ready for this? I believe it, because it can be one little change, one little dust bunny, and it changes everything, guys. Maybe it's 2 dust bunnies for some of you. Maybe it's 3. Divine timing. Major life change. Yeah. It's the total lunar eclipse energy. It's this full moon energy. It's a lot of things this year. I got to tell you, planet alignments, woo! Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. Yeah. Guys, it's real clear here. Get on those dust bunnies, okay? Even if it's 1. Because it's going to reveal some stars. It's going to bring some clarity, some renewal, some hope. For some of you, some miracles happening here. I know, it sounds like a lot. And it can be for a lot of you. But, for most of us, it's this one little dust bunny can change, put these dominoes into effect and change one thing that might even seem not big to anyone else, but it's really big for us. So what is that for you, okay? Major life change. Could it be the self-love? I hope so. Whew. And again, this feather, man. Really wanted to come into your reading today. This is really, about connecting with your higher self and also the divine, your God, your goddess, the universe, spirit. It's connecting us to sun as well, this gold feather. Yeah. That outcome that you want for yourself, whatever that's going to mean, and however little it might be, guys. It doesn't need to be this big, major life change. Can start with something small. Let's get a fairy stone. How appropriate. I love this for you. Look. It's a clover. You know what that is. That's the cornucopia. That's a lot of things here. The power of purpose, the truth be told. Into me I see. My gosh. Love, life, health, abundance. It's everything. Am I saying, look, it's here. You're going to have it all right now? Of course not. That's not what this is, guys. You know that. The future isn't fixed. These aren't predictions. You have free will. Everyone has free will. Trust yourself and let your intuition follow you. Or follow your intuition, excuse me. Interesting how that came out. Your gut instincts. Sorry, your guardian angels. What is this going to mean to you? This might be something different for everyone. This is connected to the heart chakra. Self-love. It's green. Can it be money? Health. Love, what is it, guys? This also connects to serendipity for me. And this is also about spirit bringing a soulmate into your life. Somebody to help you, whether it's romantic or otherwise. And we did see that here with man holding coin. Either way, maybe you clean up one little dust bunny and you get one of these leaves of something that you've really been wanting. As they say in Ireland, you vote with your feet. It's the action, guys. Let those fears dissolve and go for it. Be honest with yourself, okay? And remember, one dust bunny at a time. If that's what it takes, maybe you can do more. I wish you love, light, all things good, now and the coming year, always. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you at whatever reading I see you at. Take really good care of yourself, okay? You're not alone. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.